MasterBoris is back with a new video. What's good in the hood? Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on them combos. Today in the reaction video. Shout out to the Crimson Cure, you feel me? Alright. Title of this video is Woman Gets Checked by a Boyfriend for Arguing with Another Man. Hey, we're just gonna get right into it. Let's do it.
And this is my perspective. So I ran up on this video and I thought that this one was really, really important. I want y'all to listen very closely to what's being said and what's being done in this video. And then we're going to break it down. Here we go.
Just go somewhere else. Take my picture.
Take it
in the car. The hell do you think this is?
That is annoying.
No, you don't get to make your own decisions. Stop. You don't run shit. You don't sit there and bicker old people. You hop in, you leave. We're sitting here ghost riding the whip in the neighborhood. Stop acting like we're not in the wrong. And then you're antagonizing him. If he goes and slaps you, I have to go grab him. You don't get to do that. If he gets in your face, now I have to fight him. So you don't get to act all big and bad when you're with your man. It's not funny. Now he's gonna call the cops, and now there's problems. Now I have to deal with it. And I told you, get in the car. You need to learn to listen to me. No, you didn't. You're talking shit to him. It's not a safe thing. I have to scream at you to get you in the car. You won't get in. You're sitting there talking shit to him. It's not okay to do that.
I get it. You don't go too far.
I said 5 times, get in the car. You have this ego that you think it's okay.
People think we're doing something wrong.
We are doing something wrong. We're totally in the wrong.
Oh man, see, and this is the thing too. You got some of these women out here. They be in different places and within different circumstances. They be in circumstances they shouldn't be in at all, man. They just put themselves out there because they think they can take it on their own. Or, as we see here, you know, she's with her man that she can just be crazy, be reckless. You know, no, you can't. Just let the man handle this. You know, we got it, especially if we dealing with another man, another, outsider that we don't know. Let him handle it. You stay where you at. You stay put. Because, a lot of these women be out of control and make things worse. And they don't need to get to that. But yeah, let's ride out.
In front of his house.
Okay, I get it. Just please stop.
I need you to say next time that happens, I will listen to you, Judah.
I understand. Yes. I don't need to be yelled at.
Yes, you do.
No.
You wouldn't get in the car. I had to scream at you.
It's acceptable for me to yell at you?
Yes. If I'm not listening to you and you're arguing with a grown man,
Hey,
yes.
There's no reason for us to yell at each other. It's fine. I understand.
I ain't gonna lie. Shutting your boyfriend.
I'm not worried about his commentary, especially shirtless. I don't get what's going on there. But referring to what happened in the video in question, the boyfriend was 100% correct. Ladies, this is what it sounds like when men hold you accountable. When your man holds you accountable for your behavior, that's exactly what that sounds like. And he was being nice. He actually was being nice. He wasn't being mean. He was being stern, and he was being firm. And that's what he should have been, because apparently she was not listening to him the first time. He's saying that he in the neighborhood basically whipping around, in the car, which, in a lot of those little neighborhoods and stuff, they have little ordinances and things of that nature. You can't do that in those residential areas with them cars, especially if it's a gated, not a gated community, but a more affluent community, things of that nature. They don't want all that noise pollution is what they call it, and you revving the engine and you doing whatever you're doing in this car. Okay, you got to go somewhere else with that. You can't be in the residential area. The people who live there have a right to stop you from doing it because it's not legal. So apparently that's what they was doing, because the boyfriend like, no, we is in the wrong. Like, we out here kind of, like having quote unquote fun. But at the same time, this man has a right to say what he's saying. So this is why the boyfriend is not arguing with the guy. The video comes on with her trying to video the guy. You standing in the doorway of the car trying to, you trying to go back and forth when really you should be sitting down. You're with your man. Let the two men hash it out. Why are you talking? First of all, why are you even talking? You were supposed to be sitting in the car anyway. Period, point blank. Who told you to get out? Okay, so if you wanted to record the incident, you could do that silently. You don't have to start talking. And especially you don't have to start talking to the guy, because if you amp the guy up, then he gonna take that out on your man. And if he don't take it out on your man, he gonna come towards you, and then your man gotta step in. So this is how hyenas don't protect their men. Lionesses understand this situation. You cannot put your man in situations due to you running your mouth and you doing whatever.
It all boils down to, women like this make easy things hard. And this is a prime example. Women be making easy shit hard. That it don't even have to turn into the hard part. It's like they want to do things the hard way instead of the easy way. And you can't have a woman that's supposed to be in your corner like this. If they just want just drama and be confrontational and not being in control with their emotions, you gonna get messed up for that, because she gonna break bigger problems, and then you gotta fix it. You gotta clean it up as a man. You don't want to do that all the time because it's not necessary. But yeah, let's ride out.
Putting your man in situations where he may have to fight, or it may be some legal trouble, or it may be some other kind of trouble that might occur. And he told her 100%. Then this is, ladies, she did the very thing that you never supposed to do. When your man is holding you accountable, you gotta take it. Trying to be right, trying to argue back. You don't go too far. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. You know you're wrong. You know he right. Just let him say what he's saying. You don't gotta try to, curtail him and make sure he don't, quote unquote, do too much. It's not about whether or not your feelings got hurt. You should have been listening. If you didn't want your feelings to be hurt, if you ain't want your man to say nothing, then you should have been listening. Then he wouldn't have nothing to say to you. But because you want to not listen and you want to run your mouth and you want to, like he said, act big and bad because you with your man, blah, 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 putting him in a potential situation, it don't matter if your feelings is getting hurt. It literally don't. You need to be somewhere shutting your mouth. You still can't shut up. You didn't shut up. That's why he yelling at you in the first place. And then now that he, driving his point home, which I don't feel like he was doing too much with his point. He was making his point. Obviously, saying one or two things to you don't get you in line. So now he got to lecture you like a daddy. And you still don't want to listen. You still, trying to find a way to not be wrong. You still trying to find a way to just shut him up. Now you don't want him to talk. Now you don't want him to say nothing to you. Now you don't want correction. And it's this type of thing that keep y'all from getting married. Y'all be just girlfriends. It's this conversation like that'll make, if he was ever thinking about making you his wife, that conversation right there.
What she just said there, the Crimson Cure, are the same women that got all these podcasts and got everything figured out when it comes down to relationships, giving you advice. But they be the main ones don't want to allow a man to give them direction for whatever it is. But they the ones that don't have a man. But she do. Female audience ain't really watching her like that. Like I said, it's probably mostly men. Like in our analytics, that's mostly viewing our content. Y'all won't listen to Crimson Cure because she holds you accountable. But y'all rather listen to the Sprinkle Lady. But yeah, anyway, let's ride out.
I ain't never gonna go further with her because I can't even correct her. She does not take accountability when I'm telling her something, and I'm telling her what I'm telling her for her own good. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, this isn't about being mean to her. This is about letting her know how the world really finna work for real. Because you getting all froggy and all that kind of stuff, that's not gonna work. Not listening to me, particularly in critical situations or situations that could become critical, that's not gonna work. What are you doing? So if something was really going down, I have to tell you 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times to do something. No, you'll have us both out here looking crazy. You'll have me looking crazy and you'll be looking crazy. All because you don't want to listen to nothing. And then when I'm trying to tell you, trying to correct you in the privacy, you know what I'm saying, just between you and me, you can't even exercise the amount of humility that you need to just shut your mouth and put your head down. Look out the window or something. If you feel some type of way, shut your mouth and look out the window. Let him say what he's saying. Especially when you know he right. Let him say what he's saying, and then it's gonna be the rest of the way home gonna be quiet. In that quiet time, you need to be trying to process your emotions and regulate your own emotions so that you can feel all right the rest of the night, because that he ain't said nothing wrong. That's what you need to come to. That's the conclusion that you need to come to. I was in the wrong. I don't like him yelling at me, but at the same time, he's not wrong. So let me just get myself together. But she's immature. You can tell by the way that she was responding. So she's not going to take that lesson. She's not going to take what he said because she has some back talk. Study trying to be right. And I would say it's what young women do, but y'all old ones be doing it too. Still ain't learned how to regulate your own emotions in a situation where your husband or your man is giving you a correction. Of course, the correction don't feel good. Even if you know you dead wrong and you know he right, it still don't feel good. But at the same time, this is what maturity looks like. Take the correction and shut up. And next time, do better. And then you don't have to hear his mouth. If you don't want to hear his mouth, next time do better, and then he won't have nothing to say to you. Period, point blank. It's simple.
Yeah, bro, she cooked. She cooked for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to the Crimson Cure and keep fighting the good fight. But yeah, like I remember seeing like videos on here talking about gentle parenting, you know, kids, right? Telling them they need to do what they're supposed to do, you know. And you don't really want to yell at them, but it seems like you have to, you know, for them to do what you told them to do. That's the same with women. You can't tell them, you know, what to do gently. You have to put some bass in your voice. You have to get your point across and be firm with them in order for them to get it. Because when you say it with authority, they know you mean it. You can't babyfy them. If they're in the wrong, you tell them. Let them know. And don't let them gaslight you for, you know, getting your point across, however you say it. But anyway, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let's have a conversation. You know, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.